Hi everyone, my name is Shilpa and welcome back to the channel. Keto has been a buzzword in dieting industry since last few years. Many people are trying keto. Many food suppliers are coming up with keto-friendly options. Many restaurants are adding an extra leaf of keto-friendly menu in their menu cards. But recently, keto has been in news for some really tragic things. An Indian actress, Mishti Mukherjee, died at the age of 27 due to kidney failures. According to her family members, this happened due to keto diet that she was following. Can keto really kill you? Is the diet that bad? Does it really have any benefits? Let's find out. It's very important to know what exactly is keto diet and how it works. So in your traditional diet or in your regular diet, we have three main nutrients. Carbohydrates, which come from rice, pasta, bread, lentils, vegetables, fruits, etc. And then there is protein, which come from eggs, fish, meat, paneer or cheese, dairy, all these things. And we have fats, which come mainly from fatty stuff like butter, oil, nuts, few fruits also like avocado. So in regular diet we have more carbohydrates. If you look at the pyramid of food that is suggested, we have majority of carbohydrates, then we have some optimum amount of protein, and we have least amount of fat that sits on the top of the pyramid over there. So why this is so is because our bodies are used to glucose as a source of fuel or energy for your day-to-day requirements. When we consume carbohydrates, they are broken into glucose as an end product, and all the cells use that glucose as a source of energy. Protein also gets broken down, and in a process called glycogenesis, it can also give rise to glucose. However, fat is considered more as a storage or for the future use kind of a thing. So even when you consume more carbohydrates, if they are not utilized in your body, they basically get stored as fat. What keto does is it gives this pyramid a complete shake and makes it upside down. Yes, so now you're consuming more fats, maximum amount of fats, some medium amount of protein, and very less or minimal amount of carbs. What happens because of this is your body is pushed into a carb deprived state, and it is forced into something called as ketosis, wherein you are using ketones as a main body fuel, which come from fat. So when fat is used as an energy source, it basically breaks down into ketones, and ketone is used as a energy source instead of glucose, which used to come from your carbs or proteins also. This will put your body in a fat burning mode. So whatever fats you have accumulated since many years, probably it will also target that fat and start burning it. So if done correctly, keto is definitely great for weight loss. There are many other benefits of this keto diet as well. A few of them are: keto is a therapeutic diet for epilepsy. Ketone is a cleaner and more efficient fuel as compared to glucose. Ketones are also good for brain health. Since the keto diet puts the body in fat burning mode, it can help in weight loss. This diet can also decrease inflammation as a result of reduced direct or indirect sugars from your diet. Keto diet can be also therapeutic for diabetes. In spite of having so many benefits, keto is not a layman diet. It's a specialized diet. It needs medical supervision. It's a huge shift from your traditional way of eating to the keto way of eating. Your body metabolism is going to change from carb burning to fat burning, and while doing this, not just that is what is changing, but there are many systems in your body which are going to react in different ways in different people. So don't take it from a friend or a neighbor or a family member or someone and just start doing keto out of nowhere. The first step, if you want to really try keto, the first step is go and discuss it with your doctor. Your doctor might give you a few tests or lab work to be done, and based on that your current situation of your health can be seen, and then you can ask your doctor if you can really go for the keto diet. A few tests that your doctor might suggest you are like these. One is the lipid profile. Since you are going to shift from low fat, which is a regular way of eating, to suddenly very high fat, your cholesterol levels might again get affected. Recent studies show that cholesterol is not such a big demon. It's not so bad as it was considered to be before, unless it is accompanied by high sugar. But however, cholesterol is something that I would say that keep a tab on. So watch it before getting into the diet, as well as during the diet. Periodic watch on cholesterol is very much required, and again discussing those numbers with your doctor is very, very important. The second test that your doctor might ask you to do will be the glucose and insulin test. Now actually keto diet is also used as a therapeutic diet for diabetic people to manage their blood glucose levels. But insulin is something that might get affected in a wrong way in some people due to prolonged keto diet. What probably happens is, this is my idea, that what probably happens is, since you're not giving any carb to your body or minimal carbs to your body, basically your body stops reacting or stops to understand how to react to carbs. So you end up in something which is called as insulin resistance, and that might again lead to a higher blood glucose levels in your body. So before starting, of course you need to check these, but even while doing keto, periodically these tests are required to know that you are not slipping off from the track and going somewhere where you don't want to. The third test that they might ask you to do will be your thyroid function. Now because in lower insulin production, even the T3 levels might reduce. If they reduce a little bit in regular people, that is not that harmful if you are perfectly healthy. But if you already have some history of thyroid, and if this is happening, then it might again have a little bad consequences, I would say. So get your thyroid checked before you start your keto diet. And it's also a good idea to get your kidney function checked. What happens is, when you are in ketosis, you will be having extra ketones in your body and they need to be excreted. So you might have heard of keto breath or keto sweat. Okay, so there are different ways that your body is going to excrete ketones through your body. One important is the urine, and if you are not hydrated enough during the keto diet, your kidney might get overloaded with the work and might even fail, which probably happened in case of Mishti. So it is important to get your kidney test done before, and again, as I said, if you are advised for the diet for a prolonged period of time, then it is also a good idea to keep checking these factors periodically as you go on in that diet. Since this diet is extremely restrictive, it can put you at a risk of developing a lot of deficiencies as well. Because there are many food groups that you are entirely removing from your diet. Like for example, fruits. You are removing most of the fruits except for berries and avocados. You are not having any fruits when you are in keto diet. So that again can create deficiencies, and which need to be compensated by supplements. So talk to your doctor about which supplements you need and follow their advice to be on a safer side. So what should be the duration for this keto diet? I have tried keto diet once as an experiment, and it was done for a short-term duration, like 4 to 6 weeks. And I feel that if you really want to experiment, you can do it for a short-term basis. Of course, with the doctor's consult. So not without that in any time. In few cases, however, like in cases of epilepsy, this diet can be suggested as a lifestyle change by your doctor. So whichever way it is, make sure that you are in touch with your doctors while trying anything different like keto or any other restrictive diet for that matter. And you keep checking your reports, you keep doing these tests periodically so that you don't go off the track. For any diet, I would say that don't keep just weight loss as a aim. Try to make it more holistic, more health oriented, more sustainable approach, so that you can stay healthy for a longer time and you won't repent your decisions that you took. So that's it for today, and I hope you like this video. So make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you so much and see you next time.